Earlier this year was the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. Last year, I played the DS version of the Hannah Montana the movie game on my channel. Because I loved the game as a kid and considered it to still be okay, and because I knew it pretty well, I decided to choose it for my first set for the RetroAchievements Junior Developer Program. I don't want to verbalize how many hours I spent deving this game, but I will say at least a seventh of the time was when I had the deving program up and was AFK, so I guess that makes it a little better. Plus, I had it open a couple nights by accident. I swear to God, half that time was spent on 8 specific achievements, but we'll get to that later. I never want to play this game again, but I'm soldiering through it one more time to make a video guide for it. Like and subscribe! All I ask for before you use this guide is you make a solid attempt to find the missables before watching that part of the video. But I will have the chapters and timestamps for each missable for if you're just struggling to find them. Then you can either skip to it or skip over it. I also made a checklist so you can track achievements without having to reload RA constantly. The link to that will be in the description as well. Alright, let's get on with it then. For those of you who aren't familiar with this game and are just randomly playing it, basically Miley visits her family in Tennessee with her dad and brother to reconnect with her roots and take a break from the Hannah mindset. Also, occasionally she has hallucinations of performing in front of large audiences, both as Hannah and as Miley. The set has 35 achievements for a total worth 187 points. There are 11 progression, 13 missables, and 11 challenges. Missables are, for the most part, collectibles. Challenges include getting a specific score in 3 different county fair games, as well as getting a perfect score on 8 songs and performances. The game starts with getting lectured by Robby Ray about being late to your own concert. After changing clothes, you learn how to play the minigames for 4 performances, of which there are 6. For performances, for each of the 6 minigames, you can earn up to 5 stars. As you earn stars, the audience excitement level goes up. The performance minigames consist of drums, singing, keyboard, guitar, dancing, and a special activity or 2 that's unique for each of the 6 different venues. For the keyboard minigame, you have to tap the correct key when a colorful music note lines up with the outline at the bottom of the key. The drum minigame requires you to tap the correct drum or cymbal when a circle outline pops up before it disappears. For the dancing minigame, you just have to tap or swipe the dance moves that appear on the top screen, followed by quickly tapping the pink butterfly and a circle button. The guitar minigame is one of my least favorites because of how finicky it can be sometimes. You have to strum the guitar strings in the direction the guitar pick arrow indicates. You'll know the strum was successful when the guitar pick and arrow grows. My absolute least favorite minigame is the microphone one, where you have to draw stars into the microphone. Both stars and microphone can move around, and so sometimes it's hard to aim correctly. For the 6th and final minigame, you don't have access to either of the special objects for the first 2 performances in the game, but for that minigame you just tap between 2 buttons quickly. To get a perfect score on a song, you have to completely fill up the audience excitement bar. There are 8 songs and achievements that require a full audience score, or 5 stars across the board. Best of Both Worlds, Hoedown Throwdown, Pumpin' Up the Party, Rockstar, I Got Nerve, The Climb, Don't Walk Away, and You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home. With the exception of the first 2 songs and performances, at any point during the story you can get these achievements provided you find at least 1 stage prop for each venue. You can also get these achievements anytime in Quick Play. After you finish your first performance for Best of Both Worlds, you get the achievement Looking Good. Before your second song, you're introduced to the Hannah Montana mannequin, a Hannekin if you will, where you can make your own clothes from items you buy across Crowley Corners. More on this later. A little progress indicator for how many DIY projects you've completed pops up. There are 33 articles of clothing to upcycle throughout the game. Once you finish your second song, Miley's dad takes her back to Tennessee to visit family instead of going to New York to do Hannah things. With your arrival back to Crowley Corners, get the achievement Returning Home. Ruby requests you go check on Travis, who Miley knew as a kid, who was working on fixing up the chicken coop. Several times throughout the game, he'll ask you to retrieve dormants for the coop. Once you finish helping him the first time, you're free to work on collectibles. On Ruby's farm, there are 3 stage props you can find, but I'll go over all those at once later. There is, however, another missable achievement you get at Ruby's farm. Go into the barn and pet Bluejeans to get the achievement Girl Don't Even Recognize Her Own Horse, which is a quote from the movie. For the achievement Thanks Grandma, we have to help her unload watermelons at the farmer's market, and she gives us some money to buy some country fashion. Ruby tells us to go buy something cute. After buying something from the stores at the farmer's market, you get the achievement Souvenir. You'll also see there's another progress indicator. Throughout the game, you can buy various shoes, hats, dresses, tops, and bottoms. You'll need to buy all 43 items of clothing and accessories to get the achievement Country Glam. You may have noticed that Country Glam has more items to collect than upcycling. That's because the game automatically updates any shoes and hats you buy, so you just have to worry about the actual clothing. A quick note about upcycling: as long as you buy all the clothing before you finish story mode, you can still access Hannah's RV and mannequin to upcycle clothing. After finishing the story mode, if you click on story, then the hanger in the bottom left corner, you can go to Hannah's closet and finish up the achievement there. After you buy your first apparel, you go back to Grandma Ruby, who you find arguing with a man named Mr. Bradley. the main antagonist, who wants to get rid of all the mom and pop shops and build a shopping mall in Crowley Corners. Upon asking about it, Ruby tells Miley not to worry and to instead go to the county fair to play some games, but before that, you have to get a hand stamp. Travis then asks you to find something for the coop at the fair. At the chicken coop, you get a call from a frantic Jackson from the petting zoo, where he was working at during the summer. At the petting zoo, cousin Derek explains that Jackson got into a tussle and is currently traumatized from Miss Pearl the alligator. While Jackson has a mental breakdown, Derek has us do Jackson's duties for the day and take care of the animals. After we collect food bags, feed the animals, and pet an animal of our choice, Derek gives us Jackson pay for the day, an achievement Summer Job Pops. Miley hallucinates performing 2 songs at the petting zoo, then meets Oswald, a reporter who's trying to find Hannah Montana and expose a secret of hers. Robby Ray calls Miley and reminds her that he is going to shadow a class Jackson is definitely enrolled in. Miley finds a class Jackson can pretend to be a student in, an interpretive dance class. Upon finding a class Jackson can humiliate himself in, an achievement pops called Freshman Class. After bringing Travis another chicken coop part, we return to the university to find a cheerleader in a panic. She says a rival school stole cheer equipment. One of the 4 cheer items you have to find is a pair of pom-poms. The pom-poms are the one stage prop collectible that has a guarantee. That means that once the achievement cheerleader pops, you are still able to get the 8 song achievements by performing at the stadium stage, even if you never find any more of the missable stage props. After returning the 4 pieces of cheer equipment and another performance hallucination, Ruby calls Miley and requests that she come back to the farm to help prepare for the town fundraiser. At the Meadow Hall fundraiser, you perform one of the most iconic Hannah Montana songs, Hoedown Throwdown. Mr. Bradley shows up and taunts everyone that they'll never raise enough money to save the town. Travis has the idea of getting Hannah Montana to come perform since she and Miley are besties. Miley agrees to give her a call and says, "Let's save Crowley Corners." Cosplaying as Hannah, Lily arrives to Crowley Corners to help fool everyone. Travis asks Miley out on a date, she hallucinates again. With Lily and Ruby's help, she finds a dress to wear on her date. Then Travis has us find one last piece of the chicken coop. With its delivery, you get the achievement Colorful Coop, because goddamn, look at that thing. With that project finally complete, it's time for the mayor's dinner and Miley's date, which unfortunately happened at the same exact time. With the conclusion of that disaster, you get the achievement Awkward Date. Miley and Jackson then have the idea to win some stuffed bears to use at the Hannah fundraiser. This is probably the most important part of the game, as it's your last chance to drop up any missables you've yet to complete. That means now is the time to pet Bluejeans, buy all the remaining clothes and accessories you haven't already, and to find the rest of the non-progression stage props, of which there are 10. Because as soon as you play and beat the game's high score for the 3rd County Fair minigame, the story will automatically progress, meaning no more free roam. For the stage props, we'll go in order of when you have access to the items as the map's 6 locations open up. There are 3 achievements related to fair games. Either in story mode or quick play, you can get them. No bottle left behind for hitting every bottle in the Hacky Sack Milk Bottle game, winning the horse race in 18 seconds or less, and earning 1,000 points in the frog toss game. The best way to beat the horse race is to constantly tap on the targets without stopping. To win the frog game, try to aim the catapult for the flower in the center of the pond. Did you like how my achievement title and badge are clues for how to win? I did. It may take a few times to learn where the catapult needs to be pulled back to in order to get the frog to launch correctly. For the bottle game, you just have to knock over all of them. For the stage props, we'll go in order of when you have access to the items as the map's 6 locations open up. Starting at Ruby's farm, there are 3 props to get. The first is a skateboard, which is outside to the left of the garage for the LA stage. In the living room on the coffee table is a walking stick for the petting zoo stage. Up in Miley's room on her bed is a bouquet of flowers for the LA stage. There are 2 props in the farmer's market, both outside in the street among the vendors. On a little cart is a rope Travis uses in a lasso trick for the barn stage. A bit farther right down the street is a tire on the ground, also for the barn stage. The third area to open up to the player is the county fair. Off to the left is where you'll find both items, both for the county fair stage. On the left on a booth is a baseball, and further down on the high striker is a stuffed bear. There's only 1 item to find at the petting zoo. Inside the gift shop, to the left of the doorway, is an old broom for the petting zoo stage. For the university props, there's only 1 other than the pom-poms. Right in the central common area outside where you spawn, in the foreground on a bench thing, is a football for the stadium stage. The final missable is inside Meadow Hall. In the stage area on a table in the foreground is Robby Ray's hat for the Meadow Hall stage. After you've collected all the stage props, petted Bluejeans, and bought all apparel, remember you can still access the mannequin after the story ends, there's only 1 more progression achievement left. After you beat the 3rd carnival game, Miley meets Jackson backstage for the Hannah fundraiser concert. After a sibling squabble, their dad tells Jackson to make up for his blunder by dressing up as Hannah to lead the reporter away, giving you the achievement, "You look great, brother," which is a title I'm very proud of. With that awful image, you will have beaten the game. This is only my first set, but I have a long list of other games I want to develop achievements for, and as I'm recording this script, I'm working on editing and fixing bugs for multiple achievements with developers. Not only is that annoying, but it's also embarrassing, so if you played this game within the first week of it being out, thank you, and I'm also sorry. I'm considering making an achievement guide video for every set I make, so if you're interested in that idea, then please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. My Retro Achievements account is in the description if you're interested in seeing what sets I have in development at any point in time, and if you find this guide useful, please give it a thumbs up. So yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for playing my set. Bye!